This is the 2024 Mazda 3 Sport, and this is the hatchback. This is also a new trim for 2024. It's called the Suna trim here in Canada. In the US, this would be equal to the carbon turbo trim, which gets you this zircon sand metallic color only on this trim. It's also the top trim in Canada. Gets these 18-inch black wheels, it gets black mirror caps, and just the styling of the Mazda 3 Sport Suna is a little bit unique to the other Mazda 3 trims. Let's have a look around. We get our big Mazda badge on the front and a nice black grille. I really like it, with a black lower bumper as well as the headlight surrounds. We get more gloss black on the lower bumper here, dual exhaust, giving it a really sporty look. As you can see, this is the all-wheel drive. The lower trims of the Mazda 3 hatchback are front-wheel drive. You can also get this in a manual transmission. This is the 6-speed automatic on this top trim. And then you'll see we also have a turbo badge, because this is the more powerful 2.5-liter turbo for the Mazda 3 Sport hatchback. And then we get a good size back hatch area, 60-40 split, a nice privacy shade, and it's just a really good size. I want to see if we have, yes, we have a spare under here, as well as our Bose subwoofer, it looks like, under there. All right, this Suna trim gets a unique brown leather or terracotta interior. It's really quite nice. It's really comfortable. These seats are super soft with kind of like a suede-like inset, and I don't think it's real suede, but it feels really nice to the touch. As you can see, we have a center console with 2 cup holders. We do have 2 latch infant car seat systems. There's a huge hump in the middle here, though, which isn't great for this person's comfort. And then we don't have a pocket on this seat, but we do on that one. And I will say I'm feeling the lack of vents back here. I feel like it could use some vents, but the doors, the handles, this is all wrapped in leather, and then some micro suede here with some beautiful terracotta stitching across. We get a head-up display in this Suna or carbon turbo trim. I know it's always hard to see on video, but it is nice and clear. We have a beautiful leather-wrapped steering wheel. I always love the way the Mazda steering wheel feels. I also love that you can control your music here on the left, and your adaptive cruise, which this does have adaptive cruise with stop and go right here. Partially analog, partially digital gauges, and very clear center graphic there. When I put it in sport mode, it just adds the little sport down there, nothing too crazy, but it's nice and clear. Then in Mazda, this is the larger of the 2 screens. So the smaller one is an 8.8 inch, and I believe this one is just over 10 inches. And it is a touch screen when using CarPlay when you're at a stop. So not while you're driving, and only when you're using Apple CarPlay or Android Auto is this a touch screen. And it is wireless. And I will say it connects to my phone the second I hop in the car. It's incredibly quick, and I love that about this wireless CarPlay. I love this dash. This is like a suede with the terracotta stitching, and it just looks really sharp, along with a soft top of the dash here. And then this is all really nice and clean. Mazda does a great job of having a clean dashboard. It looks so good. Dual climate control, love these hard touch buttons, heated seats and heated steering wheel, and dials, like I said, hard touch here. I love that. Then we get a wireless charging pad, 2 cup holders, and a nice leather wrapped steering. Sorry, not a steer. It is a leather wrapped steering wheel too, but it's also a leather wrapped gear shift knob, and then the typical Mazda dial for controlling the media center or media screen while you're in motion. And then our drive mode is just sport mode and off, and that's it. It's just really clean and simple interior. All right, let's take this Mazda 3 Sport hatchback Suna for a drive. This is the more powerful of the 2 engine options for the Mazda 3. It is a 2.5-liter turbo 4-cylinder with 250 horsepower and 320 pound-feet of torque if you use premium fuel. I have really enjoyed the drive. It is quick, it's responsive, it's agile, it's comfortable. The size obviously makes it easy to get around in, easy to get in and out of, and I really do like this one. All right, so the Mazda 3 Sport hatchback starts at around 24,000 Canadian and around 25,000 US dollars. That is a front wheel drive. It is, you can get it in a manual transmission, and it's not going to have nearly as many features as this top Suna trim. This is the all-wheel drive, the more powerful engine. It has a lot of sporty styling, these beautiful leather seats. This one, as tested, 38,900 Canadian, and I built it out on the US website, be about 34,000 US dollars. It feels like a lot to me for a hatchback, but it is really fun to drive. It has a ton of great features. It's really nice. The design is really nice and beautiful. I think it's a really sporty looking car. It's also really fun to drive. It's very agile. It sounds good. It's easy to get around in parking lots. And I love that 360 camera in this little car. It just makes it that much better to maneuver. And it has a full suite of standard safety features like advanced adaptive cruise control with stop and go, rear cross traffic alert. It has blind spot monitoring. It has smart braking, pedestrian detection, and traffic jam assist, which is that stop and go. So you can be sitting in traffic, and that adaptive cruise is just going to keep you in with traffic, and you're not going to have your foot on the pedals, which is such a nice break when you are sitting in traffic. What do you think? Let me know. Oh, and this will be available at dealerships this summer. So summer of 2024, this new trim is coming. Let me know what you think. Don't forget to subscribe, and do come find me on TikTok and Instagram as well.